So I just got done with my walk. I had to get it in early because it's going to hit 94 or so today, and I just don't want to deal with all the bugs at the hot hours. So just got it done, and during my walk I couldn't help but continue to think about a video I just watched yesterday in which the said person was talking about how they're going back off of starches. So she usually goes back and forth between having an all fruit or all raw diet, and then she'll reintroduce starches. So it's kind of a back and forth. But right now it's back off of starches because I think the reason was it's not the ideal human food. And while I agree that when you look at our biology, you can see that we are supposed to be fruit eaters, you should also be able to see that we have adapted to eat starches as well. And I'm not saying I know what that perfect ratio is. I just know what it's like to live in this world and have a family and realistic lifestyle where eating an all fruit diet is just not reasonable for most families. Honestly, having a diet where you're eating breakfast and lunch even all fruit for everyone in the household isn't even realistic. Starches really, they do a great job of filling in a lot of nutrient holes, especially the calorie one. I feel like a lot of people don't understand that you need calories. When you're on an all fruit diet, you don't really get a whole lot of it. Children especially, they need all those calories to grow, and they're really good at listening to their hunger fullness signals. So if you were to feed them a diet of all watermelon, for example, it just wouldn't be good for them. So I feel like if it's not ideal for my child, it's probably not ideal for humans in general. And obviously we can all just change up a little bit the strategy of your diet, fruit to starch or just all fruit, if that's what works well for you. But understand that whatever works for you individually doesn't mean it works for everybody exclusively. So yes, while I feel like our country needs to do better to eat more fruit and eat a lot more of it, honestly, I don't think it means we all need to be on a fruit exclusive diet. And I think the one big takeaway we could have with this is, I guess I don't understand the carnivore or all meat, even raw meat eaters. It makes no sense. I don't think that makes any sense if you look at our biology, but I also don't think promoting an all fruit diet works for most people. And I guess she didn't claim it either. She didn't say that it would work for you in an ideal situation. Well, I mean, she said it would work for you in an ideal situation. Absolutely it would. Because, fruit is not always perfectly abundant and ripe and delicious. It wasn't even like that in the wild. I think it's a good idea to promote fruit. Absolutely. So while we're promoting fruit, we can't down on starches. Not completely, and I don't think she would agree with downing on starches, especially if people were to transition from an all standard American diet. I also don't think it's the ideal modern human diet these days. It just doesn't make much sense. Fruit's not always good. It's not always available. It's not a lot of calories. So I think she's promoting a good thing. She's talking about what is ideal for humans, and in an ideal environment, that is ideal for humans. I guess I would agree with that. It's just we don't live in an ideal environment. So what do you think of that? Do you agree that we should be all fruit eaters all the time? Is it practical for the modern human who has a job, responsibilities, children?
I had a conversation with somebody and I had more thoughts about this. Another aspect of fruit only is sometimes people can be sucked into a purity mindset, and that's true for any diet. It could be all fruits, all raw, all meat, all raw meat. the people who do them successfully are usually in a minority. So that leaves most of the population who struggle to do anything perfectly in this purity mindset, and they just fail and they continue to fail, and they think if they think it's them, they don't realize that it's probably just the program, the I must be 100% perfect all the time, that purity mindset. It doesn't work for most people. Because of this, your ego is probably going to say, you know what, I can't do it, it's not worth it, so you're just going to throw it all away. And instead of making gradual improvements or even huge improvements from what you used to be like, you just don't do anything at all because you feel you can't do it 100%. This isn't to say that you can't talk about or try to strive towards that ideal human diet. We need to understand that failing is expected and probably ideal in our modern world to succeed long term. So, once again, let me know what you think about an all fruit exclusive diet for humans. Let me know what you think when it comes to, like, do we really believe this is the ideal human diet? One. And two, do you think we should try to strive for it? Or is this modern world just too unideal? It's too crazy to consider an all fruit diet for all the humans. Let me know.